Hey guys, it's Tyler here from Morton Equipment. Today we're going to be doing a walkthrough of our K400 MDE Tree Shear. So when we step right into the K400, this one here, you have your standard shear, single primary ram at the bottom, and then this one is equipped with a collection arm through the top side here. So it runs on a secondary hydraulic, as I will show you in the back afterwards. But for the standard shear alone, without worrying about the collector for now, MDE, as always, through all of our other videos, we do have equipped a replaceable blade with a flush mount bolt. So about a dozen bolts around the back side. You pop them off if your blade gets damaged or bent, and within a couple minutes you could have your new blade set back on. Very cost efficient, very fast. If you're a kilometer, if you're land clearing, if you're a few kilometers down a logging trail, you don't need to bring the weld truck. We have the blades readily available in stock in Ontario here. They can either be delivered or shipped overnight or within a few days if you're down in the States for say. This blade here is a 500 Hardox blade. The main chassis of this machine, as long as the shear arm as well, is a 450 Hardox. So we're still having our Hardox steel through our shears, our large cylinders, and just an overall great build with the welding that MDE provides over here in North America. So another thing that we can touch on here is the cylinder size that MDE does offer and that we provide through Morton Equipment in North America here. So this rear ram alone on your main shear arm is pushing 147 ton of shear pressure. It is leading the market by a far lead, and the quality of the cylinder is untouched as well. We've had these shears in North America for going on 8 years in 2026 here, and we have had nothing but phenomenal response. This machine here, carrier-wise, ranges anywhere from your 14 to 15 ton excavators all the way into your 25, 26 ton excavators, and then you would jump into your 550 as we've done in a past video. So if we touch a little bit here now on our collection arm. The collection arm is an accessory that we do have in North America, and it does not have to be purchased with the main arm. It is a bolt-on system with a set of secondary hydraulics, and then obviously a longer pin here through the main rams. So the idea with the collection system on top, we range it from our 550, our 400, our 300, and our 200 shears. So the only one that's excluded is our 150. Just a little bit too small for something like that. The secondary hold arm here, the collector, the smart grip as we like to call it, is if you could see here, this arm coming and shearing a tree, and say it's maybe only an 8 or a 10 inch tree. This secondary arm is activated on your secondary hydraulics. It would come through, hold your first tree. Your primary arm would then retract, and you're able to snip multiple trees with the cycle system of your collector arm, holding those trees as you continue to snip. So you might wonder, what is the positive side of paying for the extra attachment on top here, which is the smart grip? If you could picture yourself out in the woods with this machine having a 16-inch cutting diameter on hardwood on your main ram, but you get into some little 8 or 10-inch trees, or even your 6s and so on and so forth, smaller trees, you could snip, collection arm, snip, collection arm, and you can gather 4, 5, 6 trees without having to do that 180 pivot every time. So it's going to make you a lot faster. Your productivity is going to be a lot faster as well. It's just going to make you a lot more efficient out in the field if you are land clearing. Time is money. Another thing we could touch on, if we come around to the back side here, we have our hoses tied up in a way here. This is just our show unit. MDE is still offering our bolt-on headstock. So we have our bolt pattern. If you're running a wedge style, removable pins, quick pins on a hydraulic pin grabber, whatever it may be, we can either provide a blank plate through the backside here and then onto the top, and we can have something fabbed for you, or we do have 80 and 90 millimeter headstocks with quick pin attachments in stock in North America here, ready to go. So in the K400 series, we also do, on top of our collection arm here, we also do offer a 55-degree tilt, which will be shown in the video here. So essentially, the tilt unit gets set on top, backside here, with your headstock mounted up around here. What that does, it's a twin cylinder tilt unit, so you're able to tilt that tree shear 55 degrees. So when you get into your, maybe you don't want to come onto a tree straight on with that limb over top the cab of your excavator, it lets you set the excavator off to the side and to be able to manipulate the tree shear to be able to limb a little bit better. If you have a tree a little bit off to the side, it gets you a nice square cut at the trunk of the tree, or it puts you out of harm's way when you are snipping limbs. That's something that we do have in Ontario here, and it is ready to go ship North America wide. We'll take a second here and we'll look into the welding that MDE provides. So this is a double pass across the backside here on the main chassis. You would see a triple pass up along this side. The welding is all hand welded through MDE. We are going to upgrade here soon to a robotic welder, so everything will have robotic welding. But even with this machine being hand welded, you can see how much pride and how much time goes in to the UK spec of a tree shear to be able to provide the steel, the cylinders involved, and also the welding on top of that to just set the unit far and above standards of any other manufacturer on the market. We can walk over here and there's another beautiful weld that we can touch on here. Even on, for say, the collection arm, you see a nice triple weld coming down the side piece here. At any point in this grab, or the shear here, sorry, you would be able to look at the welds and just be amazed by the strength that goes in behind these tree shears here. We have our 450 Hardox steel, our 500 Hardox replaceable blade, the welding to go on top of it, high spec cylinders out of Europe. The K400 sets itself away from the rest, along with our customer service and our pricing. We will not be beat. So if this K400 with your collection arm or the tilt, or if you just like a headstock on the shear itself, everything is readily available, ready to roll in Ontario here, and we ship North America wide. You can reach me at 519-788-3960. I'd be happy to help you. Or if you'd like a little bit more information on specs, shear sizes, weight, stuff of that, you could visit our website at mortonequipment.com. And if you go underneath the tree shear list, there will be a full spec sheet for all different sizes. So the shears do range from a 2-ton all the way up to a 50-ton excavator for your 550s. So this carrier here into your 13, 14, 15-ton excavators, all the way up to your 26-ton excavators, if that's something that you could see in your fleet for your land clearing or even just ditch clearing around your farms, if you'd have an excavator, please give me a call. I'd be happy to help you, walk you through it a little bit more. We are located in Woodstock, Ontario. Feel free to give a call, drop by the yard, and I'd be more than happy to give you a hand. Thank you very much, and we'll see you in the next video.